Hello champions, and today we're going to be talking about how to get your home ready for sale. So stay tuned. Hi, my name is Antonio Cancelli, your Nature Coast Realtor, and I put out videos all about the Tampa Bay area and real estate. So if you're interested in either of those topics, make sure you subscribe and hit that little bell icon to stay current on my latest content. So one question I'm asked most about my clients is, how do I actually get a home ready on the market, and what's that going to look like? What's it going to take? What steps are you going to have to take now to be ready to sell in the future? The home you'll be able to sell for top dollar in the shortest amount of time. You're going to have to do a few little things that are pretty simple, which makes it all worthwhile. So champions, the first thing I want to talk to and focus on today is something so simple, and it's brightening up a room. Try to brighten up your home as much as possible. There's nothing that will turn a home more unattractive than walking in and it just being like pitch black, not the best lighting scenario going on over there. And it's all about what a home feels like when you walk into a home. So trying to persuade that into, making it a dream home is what you want to do. So walking in, and it's a very different feeling than walk into a home with windows that are open and bright and sunny and very colorful. Like, colorful is king. The buyer's going to feel two different emotions. So find a way to make your home as bright as possible. So the brighter the art, the better. Try to use different colors, colors from the sun, outdoors. Try to bring it in, open living door space. Add a mirror, using a mirror efficiently, to just let some light in. Simply just place a mirror on the opposite side of the window or something. That's going to help increase the amount of natural light that will be cast into the room. A mirror will help harness any daylight possible, so will, help make it more enjoyable. So if you have a very dark curtains or anything that's kind of dragging the room down, try to switch it up with some lighter curtains, white, off-white, to help really reflect the light, and you don't have as much as an impact when you're walking the house, right? If you have a dark carpet in your room, again, I would highly consider replacing it with a much lighter color carpet, or even a light color rug on top of the carpet. This is so important when you have showings, on the home. I always recommend that you leave all your blinds and curtains open, so it lets more natural light come into your home when people are trying to view it, right? So, you have showings that day. I also recommend that you leave all the lights on, because, when you walk in that home, it's going to make a huge difference. At least leaving one light on in every room with that showing. Now not all my clients feel comfortable doing this because it does, rack up that electric bill, but I highly recommend it if you feel comfortable with doing that. So, just to make the rooms more brighter and more open, so the next on the list I want to talk about, champions, is any small maintenance issues that you're aware of with your home. These right here, my friends, are known as deferred maintenances. It's basically just all the maintenances that you've been pushing off throughout the years. It's been adding up. And I'm talking about those little holes in the drywall chalk, around the, bathtub gutters, the clogs, it's just those little things, deferred maintenance things that you've been putting off and you really don't want to do and don't notice anymore. So just take care of those immediately. You don't want to put your house on sale, and those are kind of things buyers are going to be looking at. So I know it doesn't seem insignificant, but you may not even notice them anymore, but buyers absolutely will notice. And when you walk through a property, they're going to be saying, well, I got to take care of this, I got to take care of that, got to take care of all that, and that's going to really affect the price of the home. So housing changes pretty quickly, even with the small things that you have to do. Just hire a contractor, they'll charge you $100, but when a buyer's walking through, it's going to be overestimated. They're going to be like, ooh, that's going to cost me a lot of money, when you can do it for cheaper and probably more efficiently. In reality, they overestimate all the prices. So just try to get it done now so it doesn't hurt your pockets later when you're trying to sell the house. And even if you're not that savvy with the little maintenances, I highly recommend a few apps that you can just hire local handyman basically. I really recommend TaskRabbit. That's really good. Also, Thumbtrack, I think it's called. It's just like local handyman that can really help get those like pesky fixes out of your way. So it could help save with thousands when dealing with the offers on the table. Next, I want to ask yourself, when was the last time I updated? Now, I know what you're thinking. This can be a costly job, but done right, you can change those little details and still be updating the room drastically. So, I want to ask yourself this question about your kitchen. So, if it's outdated, you don't have to spend thousands on those new cabinets, but just try painting your cabinets. Your bathroom floors, your hardware, the door handles, the electrical outlets, the face plates, the crown molding, that's all going to bump it up. Even bumping up your curb appeal. But because this is what buyers are kind of going to be looking for, it's going to make a huge difference. So, it's alright, they're going to be pulling up the door, and if the handles are 30 years old, they're absolutely going to be like, I got to update this, I got to fix that. And that's not what you want when you're trying to put your house on the market. So they're going to be walking up with this old almond color, so obviously, from the 70s and 80s, and they're going to notice that it's all outdated. Walk into your kitchen, they're going to be like, it's perfectly serviceable. But in their minds, they're going to be thinking, man, I got to update this kitchen, I got to fix that. You don't want that. They're going to be like, oh, it's going to cost me tens of thousands of dollars to fix this kitchen. So I would just strongly, advise, investing just a little bit of money in those areas, and that's going to make a huge difference for your selling point for your house. So bring them up with modern standards. It's going to be a little bit costly, but it's just think of it as an investment, guys. So making these updates, because you're going to see the price correlation with the quality of the house that you put on the market. Next, I want to start talking about decluttering your home. We all have been there. I mean, I'm still dealing with it with myself. We're not going to be talking about that, but I need to really declutter some things too. But things have a tendency to accumulate pretty quickly in a home, and it can take a long time to start organizing your stuff and figuring out where everything goes. So what you want to do is start selling what you don't want, get rid of it, donate it. Just think about the necessities, what you actually need, what you're not using. So start that process now to try to eliminate as much stuff and much clutter in your home as possible. So, when I walk through a house, when it's clean, everything's kind of organized, and it's going to make a huge difference. When I walk through another home, that's exactly the same, but it's open, it's not cluttered. At a home, it feels larger, it's just maximizing the spaces, It's all about creating those good vibes, which makes it all worth it. So, what a home feels like to a buyer, when I say declutter, it's as much as possible. I know it's hard to declutter, if you have a garage or attic, just start putting stuff in there in boxes, start getting, ready. If you're motivated to start getting your home on the market presentably. But with a little bit of time and organization, it will make a huge difference, Organization is also king in this matter. But next time I want to talk about focusing on your curb appeal. Now, I know I talked about this, above when updating it, but I also want to stress how important curb appeal is. And this is in front of your home. And when a buyer walks up and they see the property, this is what they're going to typically see. So when, you see your home online, what's the very first picture they're going to be looking at Zillow or Realtor.com? It's going to be the front of your home, right? So impressions mean the world. I can't stress this enough in real estate, right? It's a snap judgment just like that. but decisions right away. People make assumptions. The very first image is it's the house. It's what they're going to be seeing. So accept the facts that confirm with your initial decision, and rather than accept the facts later, people are just going to make judgments about your house, and keeping that judgment in mind is going to affect everything else once they go in the house. They're going to be like, oh, what a cute, pretty house. Then they're going to walk in and they're going to accept the facts that confirm that it's just a cute, pretty house, rather than the facts that contradict that maybe this house isn't as cute and pretty on the inside, vice versa. You know what I mean? So, when you're walking up to your house, the first impression is, wow. Look at this overgrown yard. It's ugly. There's mildew all over the house. You're going to be like, oh geez. What do we have here? They're going to notice all the little things, the outdated door handles, the smears on the glass. They're going to be extra picky now because they see this overgrown yard, and then they're going to be like, okay, maybe not be the one. So reaffirm their initial perception of the property, and it's going to be confirmation basis basically. And they're going to, if you update the backyard, the front yard, it's going to make all the difference. But you don't really have anything to do, really. Just, over the top, just cut the yard, fix the mulch and everything, and you should be really good to go. But a lot of my sellers, they just need to focus on the landscaping just a little bit. They just got to trim the back. They just got to make sure the grass is cut, possibly, put some mulch around the hedges, just little details obviously make the world. So if you have any mildew on the house, just power wash it, and it's gonna make literally a fresh new look. If you notice that your paint's a little worn out, faded, just try to do a new coat. Paint's not that expensive, and it will boost your home equity a lot and create a better vibe. So this sort of goes hand in hand with decluttering. But one of the hardest things for my clients to do is to depersonalize. So you're trying to depersonalize your home. So when a buyer walks through, they're able to envision themselves in this home, and need able to envision them in their TV and their couch and their furniture in this home. So that is one of the key things you need to do. And when you come in and they see all those family photos and other knickknacks and personal items, it's going to be a struggle for them trying to do that, right? So it's just absolutely just destroys the illusion in their minds. So I'll admit it, it's a little awkward walking in through a stranger's home, being sorry, they have all their furniture, and start seeing all their family photos, and it's just try to declutter all that, just put it in a box, because it gets a little awkward for the buyers, realtors, when they see your personal items out for display. So I'm am I invading somebody else's personal space? Just trust me, you don't want to portray that feeling in any potential buyers. So I know this is hard, but you want to take down all your family photos, and kind of box those up and stick them in a closet, the garage, just for a few months until you are fully moved into your new home. But trust me, that is going to help with the illusion of everything. So you can, just declutter it now, box it up, and put it into your new home later on. My last tip is to start now, is by choosing a real estate agent. I mean, checking the local housing market in person, talking to an agent in person at an open house, compare the real estate agents online, check different reviews. I highly recommend interviewing a real estate agent early, better sooner than later. And don't go with the very first one you see, right? Try to find the best, because this is your home. This is the biggest investment of your life, most likely. So picking an agent is going to be crucial for the home marketing scheme of everything. Interview multiple real estate agents, ideally 2 to 3 real estate agents before you finally choose one. Now there's a couple of areas that I want to focus on with these real estate agents, and it's what kinds of marketing are they going to do for your home? So, what are they going to do for like listing your home, marketing your listing? Everyone uses the internet nowadays. How are they going to market that to different sources? Ask yourself the right questions. How long have you been working in the real estate? Do you primarily work with buyers or sellers? How will you market my home? It's just honest questions. How will you market my home? How can you put me in contract with some references? How active clients do you have at the time? Are you part of a team? Do you work individually? Explain communication, because communication is king. I cannot stress that enough. Being able to communicate effectively and efficiently is going to make it all worthwhile. So, discuss how to keep an agent. I'm going to be going over how to pick an agent and everything, but clarify your motivation to sell. Discuss selling strategies and the number of showings. Are they going to be taking pictures on their cell phone? Are they going to be hiring professional photographers to come in and just totally sell your house, making sure it gets all those good angles. But that's very crucial in this industry. So I'll be honest, unfortunately, the majority of real estate agents out there don't invest anything in their listings. They just take pictures on their cell phones, then they just upload it to the MLS. And that's what a lot of top agents do. And what I do as well, I invest a lot into my listings. I find investing in marketing the homes actually sells for more money. The higher the home sells for, the more I get out of it. So, I'm paid directly off of commission. So, investing a little more into my listings and making sure it is presentable and efficient to the max. I spend anywhere between $500 to $1,000 on professional photography for these houses. I'll be honest, unfortunately, the majority of real estate agents out there don't invest anything into their listings. They just take a picture on their cell phone and then they just upload it to the MLS. And that's what a lot of top agents do, unfortunately. But that's not what I do. So what I do is I invest a little bit more money into my listings. And what I find is by investing a little bit more into the marketing of the home, it actually sells for a lot more money. And because I get paid off a commission, I actually earn a lot more money than it makes for just the marketing, you know what I mean? So depending on how large a home is, I spend anywhere between $500 to $1,000 marketing my listing. So it's paying for the stuff like professional photography, which I do all my listings. Many listings get a video tour of the property. This video is literally uploaded to YouTube. It's uploaded directly to Zillow, Realtor.com, literally all the major platforms. So, using a video and a Facebook ads, Instagram ads to run in the general area of the listing is what I do to make sure whatever real estate agents, you're investing in, make sure they're investing in the marketing side. You're investing in your real estate agent, they should be investing in you as well. That's why you're kind of hiring them. So, making sure you get a good agent is crucial. I think about the two most important things that you want to look for in real estate agents is just effective marketing, and they better be good at communication. Because if they don't have communication, it's over. Why even have them? But there's so much more to talk about for real estate agents, and I will be posting another video talk about how to pick the best realtor for your needs. And once again, I am a Florida real estate agent, and I will make sure to follow my Instagram and username. It's in the bio. And I post everything about buying and selling, so if you're investing in a home here in the Tampa Bay area, I would love to have a conversation with you about turning your dreams into reality using realty. So feel free to reach out to me anytime, and stay tuned. I hope you have a great day, champions.